Okay, I'm long. First contract, second contract, boom. So that's how I became a profitable trader, was basically scalping, using the strategy that I use, and looking for pullbacks to an area, support or resistance, waiting for the rejection, looking above to see possible price could actually bounce to. You know. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike, and today we're looking at the Emini S&P 500 futures, as I do every single day. Yes, this is the ES, this is the futures market, guys. So it's not the NASDAQ, it's not the Dow, the Emini futures of those, either versions of those. I trade the Emini S&P 500. Those who have been following the channel, thank you for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. If this is your first time watching one of the videos, guys, please take the time to go ahead and hit that little red button, that subscribe button, and click on the little bell icon. That's the post notification to ensure that you never miss one of the videos that I post to the channel. I have, I believe at this time now, about 150 videos posted to where I share information, content about trading the Emini S&P 500 future markets, and which primarily, if you trade the particular strategies like I trade, I just basically look for trades based on pullbacks at certain support and resistance levels, those that are high probability trade areas that I look for rejections at, and I'm a scalper by day, pretty much I day trade. So hopefully you found value in the content, and go ahead and hit that button for me, that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and move forward and jump into the video today. All right. So without further ado, let's switch over and we'll look at the 1 hour time frame right now. Looks like, and looking at things, price has it pushed down here, and it didn't quite hit this area of volume here, but it came close to it, and so it rejected the tops here. Let's close in a little bit and see. Rejected this high volume area here. You can see here yesterday into the overnight session, and pushed lower. What did I always say? Price likes to move from a high volume area to a similar area of volume, which it did from here to here. Okay, so pretty much didn't quite test it to the tick. A few points away, turns back around, pushes up, but this is pretty much almost at the opening of the session. So right now the market has been, got a lot of buyers coming to the market, and the market pushing higher. So overall, if we look at the direction of the market, of course we still haven't broke this high right here at 45.80, 85 pretty much. We kind of right here we sold off some, turned back around, started stair-stepping back up. So basically, if you look at it, what do you see going on, guys? Moving sideways. Okay, we got to break some highs from structure to the upside, and pretty much start galloping to the upside. If we want to start looking for some significant areas of pullbacks to look for some entries. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So from a direction standpoint, what would I be looking for? Let's see. Well, in all honesty, I mean, you can trade either way looking at this, because we're moving sideways, of course, right? So either short or longs, but like I always say, buy the highs and buy the lows, sell the highs. Okay, all right. I don't take buy positions. I don't take breakouts at the top of a volume area, and I don't sell at the lower end of a volume area. Okay, so make sure you trade accordingly. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the session and see if we can find some particular levels to trade from. Okay, so let's see. Price could actually we could push back up into the 45.70 area, which put us back into this high volume area, in between two high volume node spikes here. So right here above this area right here, potentially. Okay, now the 70 area is a like I've said before, a hitting pivot area. So, but we can bounce here as well, because we're hitting up against a high volume area at the moment. Okay. So let's be careful, okay? Let's see. Let's look at the 12 range. See what the market is doing, and see if we're bumping up against any. Now the 12 range chart is my chart that I use. It's my anchor chart that I call it. Pretty much to where I like to look for levels, okay? Once I look to see from a higher time frame what the market can actually do. I like to scalp. I'm a day trader because I like to take get into, set up a pretty much a level, look for a level, and then, wait for the opportunity on rejection on that pullback to that area to take a trade from. So I'm not a scalper. I'm not a swing trader or a position trader. I'll have to be in and out the market and look for my next setup. Okay. Not knocking anybody who swings or position trades, because there are tons of those individuals out there that trade accordingly. So, and don't knock me for scalping, because that's what I do. I'm a scalper. I'm not saying follow what I do, become a scalper. I'm just, if you're here for a reason, then you're probably you're here because you like the content. Okay. And probably interested in the way I trade. All right, so let's see if we can particularly potentially mark some areas. Okay. Okay, so what I would be interested in possibly doing is if this could happen, price could it pushed up here, pull back, broke out higher, then a little higher high here, right? It pulls back, it breaks right above the 60 area here. I can possibly look for an entry to go long. Let's see. Testing back into maybe up in here to the 63, 64 area. Okay, potentially. So let's see what happens here. And I may take a stab long if price can break the high here. All right, because we really don't have. Let's see. Okay, I'm long. First contract, second contract. Boom. See what I'm saying? That quick, okay? All right, and the reason why that trade, I'm gonna tell you, because price pushing higher here to the upside, right? I just mentioned it. Made a high here, pull back, higher high, pull back. Okay, at this point, when I see price break structure to the upside, breaking structure back to the upside here, okay? Breaking this area here at 60. Resistance is above it, so I know I got about 3 to 4 point gap there to take an entry going long, and that's what I did. Knowing that price is going to push back into this area of volume right here. So now we are at an area of volume, okay? Okay, so first, pretty much trading the books. I actually took a trade a little earlier today. Yeah, so I can't quite go back and take a look and see what was at. But anyways, that was the first trade of the session so far today. And yeah, so we maybe hit up here and hit the 570, like I said, guys. So I mentioned that area, okay? Okay, so we're back to the 1 hour chart here. I told you we bounced down here off of volume. Price moves to an area of low volume. Back to this area up here. This is resistance right here. So we're at 570 pretty much. And I mentioned that right at the beginning of this video here, guys, to what price will probably do. So, a lot of people, I'd say if you could find someone that kind of steers you in the right direction, the right path, and knows what they're talking about, then follow them. But if you completely find somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about, then that's up to you if you want to follow or not. But I'm clearly showing you, letting you know ahead of time what price is going to do. So what does that mean? That means that at some sense of a matter, I must know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So price is right there at 570. It's hitting in this area of resistance. Okay. All right. Okay. So I had already mentioned, guys, the 70 area being a pivot area up here. This is volume as well. Okay. So price hits volume is going to, naturally speaking, probably is going to reject whatever case is bounced. A lot of area volume here, so something's got to happen there. Plus, we got a pivot area at 70 pivot level. Okay, so that's why price is kind of bouncing. You see it here on the hourly time frame. It's pulling back. You see that green candle there. This is an hour. This candle takes an hour to form pretty much. So it's bouncing off that area and pulling back some. So it's tested the wick right there. That wick top at 470. 45.70 and pulling back. Now, will it break back below the area volume and push down lower? I don't know. But what it could potentially do is it's at 45.70. It could come back down here and test the wick end of this last candle right here. The wick top, not wick end, but the wick top here at 45, say 60. And may bounce and push back higher. Just don't know. Have to wait. But I trade what I see, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right. So back over to the 12 range, okay? So we're bouncing here, right? So we're in resistance, all right? So let's see here. Let me take a look. Let's grab this line here. It's just kind of, let's see. What is price doing? Let's see. We could potentially push higher if we push back into this area of supply sitting up here. We could actually pull all the way back up to 45.77. We really could. I mean, that could possibly, if we break this area of volume, push to this low volume area and push up here. So let's see. Okay, so price has, let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah, tap back into this low volume area, rejecting, pulling back out. We're right at the bottom end of this low volume, excuse me, this high volume area here, right here. So price is pulling back some. This could be definitely a price is pulling back. So we're definitely pulling back right here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour right quick. Come on. Okay, and I mentioned that we have to see price break above here at the 80, what I say, 86 area, because we have a high right here, okay, from a prior day, which I believe was the 2nd of February. So we're just moving sideways on the 1 hour, if you can see, okay, guys. So we'll go back over and look at the 12 range, okay. All right, so okay, so we have a high on this push up, okay, right here at 85. Of course, we want to see price, like I said, break above that. So let's see. We got a little bit of an area of support right here. We'll mark it off right here. Let's see. Come on, baby. Okay, right here in this area here. So, all right. So, yeah. Let's see. What's the price going to actually do here? Be careful because price can actually. We could bounce here where we're at, lower end of the high volume area, push all and come back and test this area right here at 70 again. Pretty much that'd be an area of resistance. And if we get back up to here, because price pushed up here, okay, bounced down here, pushed up, pulled back, okay, broke some areas of structure on the downside, but now we can pull back. So it just depends, but price could actually bounce where it's at here too, and just push lower. So it's my thing would be, if I was looking for an entry to go short, would be take the pullback back to 70 pretty much. Rejection to see what happens here. Put you close to the top end of the high volume area. We don't want to short the lower end of the low volume area. Excuse me, the high volume area right here. See? So just be careful on how you trade this, okay? All right. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so the market's kind of just bouncing around here at the lower end of the top volume area right here. You can see we're making a push, like I said, back up to 70. I'm not sure yet. We're at the lower end of the high volume area. I'm not particularly interested in shorting at this time right here in this area unless price breaks a little lower. I think I'm gonna take a stab and go long here, guys, to be honest. Taking price back up to, yeah, let's see. Okay, we'll scout for a point here because we're back in this high volume area, so I'm gonna play it careful here. Oh, okay, there we go. Got filled. All right, so price rotating right here. I mentioned right here, came down, hit this area right here of support right here. Price bounced off of it, pushed up, didn't want to break through it on the way back down on the pullback, okay? So when it closed, back green going to the upside here. I know we have resistance sitting up here. We're at the lower end. I prefer to take a more of a long entry, going long at the lower end of a high volume area, back into the high volume area versus taking a short from the lower end of a high volume area. So that's my psychological play, or my play off of being able to read the market, what it's trying to do. I'm not saying it's going to come up here and hit a 70, but right now it's just moving sideways. I'm playing the lower end of the extremity back up to the mean, okay? So that's just my take on it. Okay. I did mention that I took a trade or two earlier today. Today is the 10th, by the way. It's Thursday, February 10th. And I think actually I've taken, yeah, actually I'm up 41 ticks right now. I'll show you guys that. So I'm up 41 ticks as it stands right now, just scalping. Like I said, I prefer to scalp because to me it's just easier versus getting into a long trade. And emotionally, like the whole idea of price, the ebbs and flows, especially in a bigger position, price pushing up, you seeing you're in the green and then pulling back. That's that yanking back and forth. It's just I prefer to go ahead and get in trade, let it do what it's going to do, get out, make my profit, okay, and then maybe wait for the second setup or the next setup, I should say. Um, but that's pretty much how I became a profitable day trader, guys. When I first started off, was I always trading the Emini S&P 500? No, not always. I dabbed in the Nasdaq, which I still from time to time look at. So that's pretty much how I became a profitable trader, was scalping the market pretty much. I mean, I don't position or swing trade. I can get into positions that if I look at a higher time frame, maybe like a 4 hour or a daily chart, something like that, I can tell what's going on. I can't tell, I'm not gonna say I can predict the future what the market's going to do, but I can tell what price is going to, areas where price comes back to, say support and resistance area. More so I look for the upper or lower ends being the supply or demand zones. I can tell price is going to bounce to the area to get a good move in any particular direction is what I'm trying to say. So that's how I became a profitable trader, was basically scalping, using the strategy that I use, and looking for pullbacks to an area, support or resistance, waiting for the rejection, looking above to see possible price can actually bounce to. If price pulling back to an area of support, okay, which was the area of resistance on the move to the upside, price pushed up, broke back, pushed higher, broke resistance here, meaning breaking structure, pulls back to structure, which is now support, okay, rotating here, at the lower end of a high volume area. I prefer to go take the long side of it on the pullback to support because we're at the lower end of the volume, okay, and taking it back up to the area of volume. That's how I like to do it, and that's how I became profitable in trading. It took me 2 years to kind of like really perfect things, and it may not take you as long. I'm just telling you because you see that I'm basically walking you through like what I see and what I do pretty much, and letting you know why I took entries at certain areas on the chart. So that's how I became profitable and consistent every single day, going forward. And I always say this, some people don't believe this, but to me, honestly, like I'm not saying that you may not have a losing trade in your session, but the thing about it is knowing when to cap that losing trade and get out and be done with it, and then wait for the next setup. But I truly and wholeheartedly believe that a trader, really, if you're good at trading, you should have each day should be a winning day. You should be in the green, not or maybe even break even, but you should be not in the red. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't have any red days, guys. I mean, to where you're taking major hits and then having to go back and regain your composure, trying to make back up for the next day into the market, okay? I just don't believe in that. So what are we doing now? Boom, we're hitting up against 68, right? All right? And I say this, okay? I said this. Price will probably pull back up to here, decide what it's going to do, pulling back into volume, okay? So this is just my little tidbits of how you can become profitable at trading. Is stick with your trading plan, for one, okay? Whatever that may be. Whatever strategy you use, stick with it, okay? All right, and I'm a scalper. I get in, wait for the setup, get in, get out, and boom, boom, wait for the next move. But you got to be psychologically smart in what you see and how you trade. Okay. All right, guys, I'm short. Come on. There we go. All right. Real quick short entry there. Why? Mentioned price pulling back to 70. Boom, pivot area at the top of the high volume area. Okay. Price broke lower, breaking structure right here to the downside, meaning break this low. When it pulled back to 70, rejected. I went short. It's going to test this area here at the midpoint of the volume area here, right around 64, 65, and maybe even push lower to test. Yeah, this area right here at 62, 63. So there we go, guys. Pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. I mean, you guys see me trading this each and every day. I mean, using the same strategy based upon just getting the pullbacks. Okay, so that probably wasn't too much. Let's see, I had 41. Now I'm up 47. So just picked up a quick 6 ticks right there. And that's how you do it. So that brought me up from today, from from, that's at 587.50 right now. Okay, so pretty good day so far. Just scalping, whatever the case is. Just know when to get in, know when to get out. That's what I keep telling you guys. He's like, once you get into a trade, before you even get into that trade, you must know where your exit should be potentially. You got it? You must know. All right. But one thing for sure, do not buy the tops of something, meaning buy the top of a high volume area, unless price pushes through the high volume area and comes back and test it, and then you got a good support level to trade off of. Okay, all right, and that's how you do it. Same thing if you're going short, price is breaking structure, breaking this through this area structure, meaning pushes down, breaks the area volume, and then so it basically does this right here. I'm gonna show it to you. If price does something like this, boom, breaking this area here, got it. Pulls back to, say, if support sitting right here, back to an area volume, then you can take the trade going short. You got that? That's how you do it. All right. Testing volume again, the tops, okay? There we go. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to step away from the computer for a moment, but looks like we pushed further to the upside here. So the bounce was good here, taking it back 70, like I said, broke higher. All right, so we did have a high here. Price still bouncing off of the area of resistance at the tops here. There's volume sitting up there, like I said. So price bounce off there, resistance again, hit the tops here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So I guess the question is what the market's going to do now. Let's see. Gotta wait and just check it out and see what's going to happen here. Yeah, I mentioned it's got to break 86 though. We want to see it push through 86. That was a high from back up. I believe that's it. Let's look at the 1 hour chart again. That was a high from the 2nd of February right here. Let's blow this up. 2nd of February. Now, if price breaks 86, guys, we got a low volume area here, and price can come up here and possibly test 46.10 area potentially. But it's got to break 86, guys. We're at a major area of volume and at a pretty significant area of resistance as well. Okay, so that's with that. Back over to the 12 range, taking a quick look here. Price bouncing. Pushing up, trying to push higher. I don't know. It may take out these highs here. I'm not sure yet. I mean, there's a lot of, resistance right here. We'll see what happens here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it off for today and be done. Could push higher. I'm not saying it won't, but we'll see what happens here. And I'll be looking at the market probably, I'll keep my eye on it from time to time, coming back to the charts. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. I took a couple trades here, good entries. Just back to areas of, back to areas of support pretty much. The trade here, wait for price to pull back there. So you just wait for price to pull back to those areas of support and resistance, and just know, when to get in and when to get out. It's basically how I say it. It's how I want to say it. Okay. So let's see here though, because price could have the potential to. Let's see. It could bounce here, but actually, I'll take that back. Let me see something. One thing. Down here, maybe back at 65, 64 area. It could come back down to this area here. Yeah. Okay. And let's see if price is going to bounce there. I'm not going to take a trade here because we're the dead center of the area of volume here. So I'm going to hold off and we'll see what happens. But let's just see if price bounces here. Mentioning right here around 65, maybe 64 area. But if you haven't subbed already, guys, you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead. Free content, doesn't cost you anything. Tons of valuable information. I talk about my strategies, what I look for daily in the market, market structure. I talk about my direction or somewhat. If I don't use the word bias, but more so like the direction of the market, where the market could potentially be headed. Just good topics. So if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and also hit the little bell notification next to the subscribe button so that you never miss one of the uploads. So that way you get alerted, push notification, however you want to call it, whatever the case is. So we're coming down to that area, that red line, and price may push a little lower and then bounce. We'll see, or it can push through it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but let's see. It could get a bounce here though. Let's see if price bounces here. But outside of that, guys, please go ahead and sub to the channel if you haven't. Join the team. Hey, we appreciate it. Just not me, but all the fellow subscribers as well. And we'll sit back here and just wait to see what happens right here. Let's check it out. Check it out to see what happens here. Price bounce here. It more likely is going to test at least the 70 area. I would think so. Okay. We are approaching, let's see what time we got now. It is 10:53, almost 11 o'clock Eastern time here, so 10 Central. Where are we at? 64 now? Yep. Okay. Price bounce here. Yeah, it's pushing lower. Okay, so that's fine. You just wait for the rejection. You wait for rejections. That's what I'm trying to say. Did it break? Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, price could possibly come back down here to even the 60 area. I mean, excuse me, the 59 area, 60 area. Look at it, busting back down below this high volume area. This is why I tell you guys, look for your entries from the lower part of the high volume area. See it bounce right there. There it goes. So it's bouncing back here. Okay. So we are bouncing here once again. Okay. I mean, it's potential. We could actually break this area now and push lower. This area's been tested already, so be careful. We can finally now probably get a break to the downside and potentially come down here and break this area, come down here and test this area down here at 47 and possibly come down and test 44, maybe even 42. So we'll see what happens. Someone asked a question, I believe something like this is like taking trades from prior levels or prior areas of support resistance. Would you take it, if a price comes to it, rejects it, and then test it again? Would you take the trade again? Of course I would. Especially in this instance like right here, price pushed up, pull back to the area, bounce, reject it, push higher, broke the structure right here, made a new high, pull back to it again. Could it bounce here and push up again? Yes, it could. But you also got to be mindful and be careful because at the same time, being that price already tested the area of what am I trying to say here? Pretty much area supply demand in a sense, it can break through it. So be careful, guys. Okay. All right, let's watch this area right here. Right here, where prices almost hitting into the tick almost. Right here at 55 and a half. Yeah, right here. Price is hitting it now. Okay, just made up on the down, moved to the downside. It's made a low, pull back, lower low. So let's just watch and see what happens here. Is price going to break this area now and push to the downside? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take a stab long here. Be honest with you. Looking for price to test. We'll take a point here. There we go. Come on. Go ahead and get filled here. Okay, took a point and a half, two contracts right there. Profit. Price probably gonna come here and bounce right here at 61 or where we at? Right here, 61. Okay, and it's bouncing off of 60. So just 4 ticks away, a couple ticks away. Let's see if it hits it. But it bounced here, it came down to an area of little area demand right here. Okay, take a look at the picture. I'll show it for you. High, low, high, pullback, area of demand. Boom, closes above. You go long. I'm scalping. I think price is probably going to push up, like I said, to 61 at least. But be careful because price is testing this area here now. Okay, this block right here in the lower end of the high volume area. Okay, if price breaks this area, okay, if it breaks through this area right here, okay, it can pull back to volume, push lower, and test this area right here. Okay, so you got to be able to visually see this when you're trading, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, look at it pushing through. All right, so okay, all right, okay. Um, yeah, this thing. Uh, let's see here. Wait to see if price is going to close to the downside. All right, so it hasn't closed to the downside. Okay. Okay, so price is bouncing off this area right here. Okay, so didn't fully break to the downside and pull back. So I was waiting to see if price was going to break close lower, then pull back, and then maybe look for an entry for a short to take it down to at least the 46 area, somewhere around there. But still hasn't done that. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video out. And if you're trading, please be safe in the market. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and be safe. Till then.